Hello everyone. Your resident Poké Professor Ruby here. Today we're going to be going over how to play the Pokemon trading card game. Now, I know there's been a lot of interest in collecting the cards for a while, and that has had some people turn and wonder, how do you play with these cards that you've been collecting for so long? So have no fear, I got you. Today, we're going to be using the Pokemon trading card game online to help us learn and walk through a few simple games. I'm going to be throwing some extra knowledge here and there to help along where the game lacks, and in the end, we're going to be talking about where you could play the TCG yourself. So, ready, set, let's go. So, Pokemon trading card game online is what we're going to be using today, as you can see. This is the trading card game online app. You can get this on Android, iOS, PC, and Mac. Originally released March 24th, 2011, and soon to be replaced by the Pokemon TCG Live, which is currently in beta in Canada. Now, I know some people are going to be like, hey, why are we using this to learn? Trust me, it'll all make sense by the end, so stick with me, and I won't lead you down the wrong path. Now, we're going to be using this, which is a free download to start, and the tutorial is going to be pretty much guiding us the whole way. So, first, we're going to go, you can see Brilliant Stars is currently being displayed, so they are currently up to date. They do have a pretty big community, there are forums, all that good stuff, but that's not what you guys are here for. Y'all are here for the tutorial on how to play. So, this is Professor Holly. She's going to teach us how to play the trading card game. Like I said, if there's anything the game is missing, I'll go ahead and explain it. So we're just going to go through the tutorial together. So, let's take a look at the Pokemon card. Right-click the Eevee to zoom in. This is our little Eevee. This is the stage the Pokemon is. So Eevee is a basic Pokemon, can be dropped right away. This Eevee has 50 hit points. It can attack with Smash Kick and Tail Whap. Smash Kick will do 10 damage, Tail Whap will do 20. And we're going to go ahead and put Eevee right into start. Now normally you'll have your 60 card deck, you'll shuffle it up, you'll draw your 7 cards at the start, and you'll get a chance to put down, face down, your basic Pokemon, and then on your bench, all of the other basic Pokemon you want to put down. You are not obligated to put any more than the one in the dead center, but some people like to keep it back to kind of hide what they're doing. Some people like just to empty out their hand because they have some trainers or something. You're allowed to put down as many basics as you want in a turn. So each player starts by drawing a card. So Zach drew a card. The energy allows a Pokemon to attack. You can only attach one energy per turn. Zach is going to attach this metal energy to his Rattata. So you see, normally this is signified on when you're playing live, you put the energy underneath your Pokemon. We drew a lightning energy, so I'm going to drag it up onto the Eevee, and it becomes this little lightning symbol, letting me know I have one energy under my Eevee. Now, here's the trick. Whoever goes first can't attack. Person who goes second can. So we'll go ahead and Smash Kick the Rattata and deal 10 damage, leaving our opponent's Rattata with 30 HP left. Can you go ahead and lower the music a little bit? By the way, big shout out to Glitch X City on YouTube for the music today. So once again, we're going to go ahead and throw another lightning energy. So this would be 2 energy cards underneath our Eevee here. And now I can use Tail Whap, which does 20 damage. So that Rattata is left with 10 HP. But, as you can see, he can attack me and almost finish me off. So he put Meowth as his backup. But luckily, I have a potion. So we're gonna... We're gonna go ahead and use the potion and heal 30 damage off of our Eevee, bringing it to only have taken 10 damage, and we're gonna go ahead and finish off that Rattata. Now, it doesn't really matter which one I use because it only has 10 HP left, but we'll go for the Gusto and take it out. Now, wow, English is hard. The way this works is, after you set up your cards, you put 6 cards towards the side. These are your prize cards. Now, every time you knock out an opponent's Pokemon, you get to draw one of your prize cards. You get to pick. They're all face down. If you can pull all 6 of your prize cards, you win the game. If your opponent runs out of cards in their deck, you win the game. If your opponent runs out of Pokemon, you win the game. So we'll go ahead and just pick this. I got another Lightning Energy. And because I knocked out his Rattata, he'll bring his Meowth into play. His first attack is Fury Swipes. He gets to flip 3 coins, and this attack does 10 damage times the number of heads. So if he fails all 3 times, it will do 0 damage. He wins, and he loses. So 20 damage in total to me. We'll go ahead and throw our Pikachu onto our bench, and we'll put an energy card on it, because if Eevee does get knocked out, Pikachu could come in and help us out here. Fail, and 1. Alright, so our Eevee is still kicking. Now, we have 2 options. One, we could keep our Eevee in here, deal another 20 damage, or we can retreat and get this Pikachu in here. Honestly, I'm just going to go for the Tail Whip. And they'll get the knockout on our Eevee and get to draw one of their prize cards. So now we have our Pikachu out. And Electro Ball for the victory. He has no Pokemon in center and none on the bench, which means we won even though we didn't pull all of the prize cards. Alright, now we're going to do the advanced rules. Alright, so like you said, normally you start with 7 cards before you put down anything else. You choose your active Pokemon, which for us is going to be the Eevee again. If I had some other basic Pokemon, I could put them on my bench. But since I went first, I cannot attack. So I'll just put 1 energy down and end my turn. So this Eevee got to do Continuous Tumble. Flip a coin until you get tails. You get to do 10 damage times the number of heads. We're going to go right for Tail Whip. 3 more hits like that and we knock out the Jigglypuff. That's 1, 2, alright, 20 damage to us. We're going to go ahead and throw the Pikachu down just like last time. Throw an energy on it. And Tail Whip again. Now this Jigglypuff will probably get the knockout here. Or Evolve. That works too. So when your Pokemon gets knocked out, they go to the knockout zone, the graveyard, call it what you want. And all of the energies, items, things on them go with them. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw a second energy on here. And we're going to evolve our Pikachu into a Raichu. Now Raichu has Thunder Shock. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's Pokemon is paralyzed. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, we did not get the paralyze. If it was paralyzed, it could not do a darn thing. But since we're really close to knocking out this Wigglytuff, they're going to go ahead and sacrifice their 2 energies and pay what is called, you can see it down at the bottom, their retreat cost. Now, I'll show you down here is the retreat cost. To get rid of this, to take the Sandshrew out of the center field, they'd have to pay 1 energy, sacrifice it, and it could go back onto the bench. So we're going to go ahead and just throw this here. Electro Ball for the knockout. Now, if you saw, that Sandshrew got to do extra damage to us because our weakness is fighting Pokemon. Not really needed to heal, but always fun. Get the knockout, and that ends the match. So now you guys got to see how retreat works. I didn't get to show you guys how paralyzation works, but probably in the next match we'll get to do that. So now we're going to verse Calvin. Now, there are different types of status effects. So, we have an Electabuzz here, and a Pikachu. We'll go ahead and throw the Electabuzz out, and we'll put our Pikachu onto the bench. Now, just like how they had with their Pokemon down, so they played an Ether, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a basic energy, attach it to one of your Pokemon. If it's not a basic energy, return it to the top. They actually did have a basic energy, which they put onto their Squirtle. And this Squirtle has 2 things. Excuse me. It has Water Splash as its attack for 2 energy. It could be 1 water, 1 anything. Water Splash, 10 plus damage. Flip a coin. If heads, its attack can do 20 extra damage. So it'll be 30 in total. But it also has an ability, Shell Shield. As long as this Pokemon is on your bench, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks. So, there are different Pokemon that can hit on the bench. If I were to try and zap one of these, and it was that Squirtle, I wouldn't be able to. So we'll go ahead and put that there. This is another supporter, just like that potion from before, but this will do 60 damage and remove all special conditions. That's the potion again. Then we have basic energies. So we're going to go ahead and Light Punch. It's not anything fantastic, but it's something. They'll use Professor's Letter and find 2 energy cards. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energies, reveal them, put them in your hand, shuffle the deck afterwards. So we'll throw a Spearow on the bench. Just to be obstinate, I'm going to go ahead and heal. And then we're going to do Ambush. 20 damage. If we win the flip, it's an extra 20. We lost the flip, still 20 damage. They'll do 10 damage to us. We'll throw this over here. And if we win the flip, we'll knock out that Squirtle. Missed the flip again. He's probably going to retreat that Squirtle. Or not. I mean, go off, do your own thing. We'll knock out the Squirtle. And we'll take one of the prize cards. A Voltorb. Cool. So after you attack, your turn does end. So there's no attack and then do something fancy. It's attack and that's about it. So we'll go ahead and throw that over there. And just to finish it up, we'll go ahead and use Switch. Now switch your active Pokemon with a benched. So we'll switch our Electabuzz with this Pikachu. I could have sacrificed the 2 electric energy to do it, but Switch is making it more fun. Electro Ball for an instant knockout, and that ends the match. So there is another quick victory. Hopefully I'm going to get to show you guys V-Stars and Vs and all that good stuff real soon. I was kind of expecting them to let us show you status effects. We'll go ahead and start with Pikachu again, and Electabuzz in the back. Alright, this one is a Grimer. Alright, that's a really cool one. Town map. Turn all your prize cards face up. Those prize cards remain face up for the rest of the game. He's essentially made the whole picking at random part of picking your prizes on a knockout super easy. We have Misty's Determination. Discard a card from your hand. If you do, look at the top 8. Put one into your hand. So what we'll probably do is throw an energy here. We'll discard one of our energies. And out of the top 8, there is a Raichu. So we're going to pick that Raichu. And we can get that quick attack in. Now I'm hoping I get to show you... Okay. So what he's trying to do. Flip a coin. If heads, switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with a defending Pokemon. The new defending Pokemon is now poisoned. So, what he's trying to do is poison us and switch to one of our less than stronger characters. We're going to evolve to Raichu. And we're going to go for Thunder Shock. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's Pokemon is now paralyzed. Let's see if we can get that heads. We did. Okay. Paralyzed. His Pokemon her Pokemon turns to the side and cannot retreat, cannot attack, can't really do squat. If they are slept, they are turned the other way. So, heads this way. And every turn, in the middle of the turn, that you get to flip, or in between turns rather, you get to flip. If you pass, then you get to wake up. If you fail, you stay asleep. So we'll go ahead and knock out with Electro Ball. For poison, it's a similar situation, except when you take when poison happens, you take 10 damage. So they're going to use roller skates, flip a coin, and try and draw 3 cards. They succeeded. Evolving into a Weezing. Oddly enough, a Team Plasma Weezing. So let's look at this. Going from their basic Coughing, they evolved into a Weezing. Ability. When this Pokemon gets knocked out from your opponent's attack, discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. So he can actually mill me. Okay? And then Smog Bank for 2. This Pokemon does 20 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon, and don't apply weakness to their benched. So, if he gets to do that, he'll do 20 damage to Raichu, and Electabuzz, and Kangaskhan. So we're going to go ahead and throw Spearow down, an energy on it, and 80 damage with Electro Ball. He's going to heal 30 off of that Weezing. And here comes Smog Bank. 20 damage to everyone. We evolved our Spearow into a Fearow. Another 80 damage will knock out the Weezing. He is going to get to knock 3 of our cards into the graveyard. We've lost Magnetic Storm. Each Pokemon in play now has no resistance. It's a stadium. The Hard Charm is an item. Any damage done to the Pokemon this card is attached to is reduced by 20. It's a great way to make it so that your opponent is doing less work. Another Spearow. We already used Mystic Determination earlier. Alright, so that Grimer went ahead and poisoned our Spearow. Our Fearow, rather. I'm going to go ahead and heal. I'm going to also go ahead and use the retreat cost and get Raichu back out here. And knockout. We're one away. We got Turno. Turno will just let us draw 3 cards. 10 more damage. And you can fill out your bench if you want. We're going to draw 3 cards just because why not? I get to show you what item cards are like. So here's an item card we'll put on Raichu. Not that it matters, but now we can take 20 less damage from each of their attack. So the way items work, this is called the Pokemon tool. Each Pokemon can have a item on them. Potions you've seen before. You can only use 1 supporter trainer card per turn. So we did use Turno earlier. We can't use another. And that means we also can't use the Pokemon Center Lady. But we'll finish up here. And that's it. So this is the final match of the tutorial. Hopefully we're going to get to show off some Vs or something like that. We'll start off with the Voltorb and put Pikachu on our bench. He only has the 1 Pokemon, but it is Scyther. So Bicycle, draw cards until you have 4 cards in your hand. Not super duper useful. We can't attack because we don't have enough energy. And it's also first turn, so we wouldn't be able to attack anyway. So we'll end our turn there. He'll get 10 damage in. And we'll go ahead and evolve to Electrode. And Static Shock to do 20 damage. So heal back up and deal 20 damage to us. So Giovanni's Scheme. You can choose one. This is another supporter card. Draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. Or, during this turn, your Pokemon attacks do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So, what we could do is actually get the knockout because of that. So I think that's actually what we're going to do. By doing Electro Ball, that's 60 plus the 20, 80 damage in total, and knock out the Scyther. They're going to try and flip and draw 3 cards. They succeeded. Their Deino evolved. They're going to grab 2 energy. So their Zweilous has double hit and strength. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Throw an Eevee here. Then we're going to use Misty's Determination, throw away this switch, and grab honestly, I just want that Raichu. So we'll grab Raichu. Evolve Raichu. And then we're going to use Bicycle, which is an item. Draw cards till you have 4 in your hand. I went ahead and wiped out all the cards in my hand. So this is just going to be quick draw 4. Throw Kangaskhan out. Heal up our Electrode. And Great Ball is another item. Like I said, you can use only one supporter, but you can use as many items as you have. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You can reveal a Pokemon from there and put it into your hand. So our options are either Pikachu or another Voltorb. Don't really need either, but we'll just grab the Pikachu. Throw it down. And Electro Ball for 60 damage. So next turn, unless the Zweilous gets evolved again, is probably going to be a knockout for the Zweilous. Yep. So this is a fun one. Birch's Observations. Shuffle your hand into your deck and flip a coin. If heads, you draw 7. If tails, you draw 4. I don't have anything in my hand. So this is just going to be, I'm either drawing 7 or drawing 4. We'll draw 7. And there you go. So we'll throw the Electabuzz down. Evolutionary Soda if I wanted to evolve something. Potions if I needed it. Switch. Center Lady we could use next turn. But we don't really need any of that. So we'll just Electro Ball for the victory. This is also a great way to keep them very limited on energy. Because each time I knock them out, I'm putting the energy that they had in their deck into the grave. And unless they have a way to restore that, they're just going to have to do without that energy. And Electrode kind of can knock out almost anything they got. So this is just kind of picking on them at this point. Turno, they're going to get to draw 3 cards. They're going to search for a Pokemon. They picked Weedle. And they'll deal 10 damage to us. Alright, so now that I have a basic Pokemon, but I have no room, there's nothing I could really do with this Pikachu until something gets knocked out on my side, or if I have a card that lets me take something off the bench. There are cards like that. They're not really that common. But, again, not really that important because we're kind of on a roll here. I should have thrown an energy down before I wasn't able to. But it's okay. I don't believe there's actually a hand size. I've never run into it. All but 10 away from knocking out that Scyther. I doubt his deck has a Scizor, much less a Cleaver. So we'll go ahead and heal back up. Again, don't really need to, but kind of like being a troublemaker at this point. Knock out the Scyther. We are 1 prize away from victory. So if we wind up with Giovanni's Scheme again, or anything to increase our attack, Hard Charm's going to increase our defense. We are going to throw down the Stadium, mostly because I want to show you. So Stadium, the way it works, is just like any other trainer card, except it goes into the Stadium section. So this Stadium stays in play when you play it, and if there's another Stadium card that comes into play, you discard this one. So at the moment, it doesn't really do much, but if they had resistance to electric, this would get rid of that electric resistance. And, yeah. We're gonna just finish up here. There's the knockout. And our last prize. So that is the basics on how to play this. Now, I'm kind of sad that they didn't really explain the other rules. So I'm going to go ahead and explain them for you. Or not. Okay, thanks. What I wanted to show you... I don't want to... Sure. Alright, so you can earn booster packs as you play, as you saw I just did. There's also other ways to do it. I'll definitely show you how to do that. You open a booster pack just like you'd normally open a booster pack, and then we got an Acelgor as our rare, and Klefki was our reverse foil. Alright. So there is the trainer challenge. You get to verse each of these people, beat them enough times, and you actually get another booster pack. They're not the easiest, though to be honest, they're not really that hard either. It's just a matter of, as you learn to play and you play your decks, you get better at it. So I got a card from somebody that gave me the Dark Hammer deck, and from XY, the Sylveon deck, called Enchanted Echo. But you can also buy booster pack. You can buy decks within the game itself. So if you come over to shop, you can buy booster packs of Brilliant Stars. That's what those Poké coins were that we were getting. You can also buy Fusion Strike, Evolving Skies. Here are the different booster packs that are currently available, and they go all the way back to Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Now, I'll be honest, I have never played with any of this. Good God. None of this. I've seen people open some of this. I think I've opened a pack or two of Primal Clash before. But this is all pretty much just sets I don't have much of. You can also buy the theme decks if you so choose. There are tournaments to play with theme decks only. So if there's a theme deck you really loved growing up, you can pick it up. And then if you want to just get like weird things for, you want certain deck boxes, sleeves, you can earn the coins and buy them that way. Now, there's also in every booster pack a code card. Now you can use your QR reader. You could type it in manually, and then you just put it in. Do I have a code card around here that I could show this to you? No, I do not. Presumably I'd have a code card and I'd put in blah 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 blah. Submit code. It would say, this is what you redeemed, and then you hit claim now. And then you'd go over to your collection and packs, and you'd be able to pick one and open it. Now the other thing I wanted to show you guys, every time you sign in, every day, you have a sign-in bonus. You click on it, and you earn a little bit of gold. These are tournament tickets if you want to play tournaments, and then you get a random booster pack every 5th day. Really cool, easy way to expand your collection. But there is a few more things I wanted to talk about real quick. So, I don't know if I actually have... Okay, cool. EX. When you, so these EX Pokemon still count as basic. So, Alakazam EX here is 160 HP, can be dropped right at the start. When you play Mega Alakazam EX from your hand to evolve this Pokemon, before it evolves, you may put 2 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon and 3 damage on one if they're benched. The damage counters mean 10 damage per counter. And then Suppression, put 3 cards, damage counters, on each of your opponent's Pokemon that has any energy attached to it. So, it's literally 30 damage, just slam about. Now, this seems really overpowered. Well, there's a drawback. When an EX Pokemon is knocked out, your opponent gets 2 Pokemon prize cards instead of just 1. I don't know if I actually own a Mega. GX, it's the same concept. When your opponent's GX Pokemon, or your Pokemon GX is knocked out, your opponent gets 2 prize cards. Now, here's the difference between EX and GX. GX has a GX move. So for this Alolan Golem GX, your opponent cannot play cards from their hand during their next turn. You're essentially shutting off their next turn. However, you can only use 1 GX move per game. So, once you use this Alolan Golem's GX move, it's going to deal 100 damage. You're going to shut off their next turn entirely. But, even if you had a different GX Pokemon later on, you cannot do another GX move. Now, the same can be said. So this is a Glaceon V. When a V Pokemon gets knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prize cards. Just like a GX, just like an EX. And then V Star is the same thing, but just like the GX Pokemon, you're allowed to use 1 V Star power per game. So, if you use your V Star power, your GX move, it's 1 and done. So, plan your moves, your deck, and everything very carefully. But, have fun with it. If there's a Pokemon you love more than any other Pokemon, try and build a deck around it. Have fun. And the cool thing is, this game, you can make a standard deck, expanded, legacy, unlimited. You can make what it is you want to make. You can import a deck from online. You can get help making a deck with a deck wizard. You just pick what format, energy type, and then let's say I wanted to build a deck around this Ampharos. They would suggest a deck for me. 20 Pokemon, 20 trainers, 20 energy. And I could bring this to tournaments and try it out with other people. So, it really is up to you how you want to play this. So that's how deck building works. That's how the Vs work, the GX, the EX. So, I also mentioned how to put in the code cards, the daily logins. Now, I did start at the beginning saying that there is a new Pokemon Go, or Pokemon trading card game coming out. It's called Pokemon Trading Card Game Live, or PTCGO Live. How that's going to work. So, at the moment, Live is currently available in beta only in Canada. It's not available in America or anywhere else in the world yet. So you gotta bet before, that goes... Don't want to say it this way, but before it goes live. The other thing about it, with The live, at start, it was supposed to be only Sun and Moon Lost Thunder to Cosmic Eclipse, and then Sword and Shield. That's what's available in the game. If you have anything older than Lost Thunder, you would have had to put it onto the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, this version. When you transfer everything over, only 4 copies of each card, which is called a playset, and 59 copies of each basic energy will transfer over. Everything else is converted into currency. If you have any sealed product, it gets converted into currency. On live, they'll have ranked ladder, multiplayer, 3D avatars, a battle pass for those of you who actually like those. I don't personally care for them. But there is no in-game chat or trading in live yet. Now, granted, it is in beta. There's probably a lot more features they're working on. I was actually looking at a YouTuber who, I believe his name is Trainer Chip. Let me just double check that for you. Here he is. I want to show this. Can I show this to you guys? Hold on. His YouTube name is Trainer Chip. So definitely give him a look if you want to see what they're doing with the Pokemon Trading Card Game live currently. There might be some stuff you're interested in. And as for the actual card game, playing it live, bad news about that one, unfortunately. So, at the moment, if you go to the Pokemon website, you get this. No events found. Right now, physically, because of the pandemic, there aren't any sanctioned games going on, or leagues, or anything like that right now. But, check with your local game stores. See if anybody is playing on physically. Some people might have a better environment right now. There might be some pre-releases going on. I'd always recommend checking out your local area, see what's available, and if not, like I said, this is available online for free. If you want to just kind of dip your toes in, see how it is, see if you like it, by all means, I'd really recommend it. Like I showed you, there is the Trainer Challenge where you can use the decks they give you, plus theme decks, and unlock extra booster packs. There's a Versus if you want to play other players, and as you get through, you get more booster packs, you get promos, and various other things. Like, if you make it all the way to the end, you're going to get a full art rose. There's events. I just realized that this has been up, and you guys couldn't see. So there's events. It costs 8 tickets. And you enter in different tournaments. Single round elimination. And you win Brilliant Star stuff. First place gets 6 booster packs and 40 tokens. Second gets 4. So on and so forth. So if you want to try and dip your feet into it, see if you like this, by all means, give it a go. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer all the questions I see. We do have a Discord, we have Twitter, and I do stream live on Twitch. If you ever have any questions about this, I will do my very best to help you out. But until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and have fun out there.